Hi everyone, Mark Nicholson here again. So there's so many people out there in the business world, especially in our niche when it comes to people who are experts, coaches, consultants, and so on, who are afraid to pitch, who are afraid to ever kind of tell people what they do, and that causes one big problem when it comes to business is that you generally won't get many clients if you don't generally pitch and tell people what you do. But also there's a lot of people out there who I end up speaking with who say that they've everyone that's on their list, everyone that's in their audience, everyone knows about them, actually knows what they do. And this is a completely false false idea that they have no evidence to kind of back it up. And the realistic thing is that people need to hear your message now at least 7 times before they kind of truly understand what it is you do. So if you're only sharing your message to people once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, it might not sink in. It might not sink in enough. But also, 7 times might not be your magic number. It could be 10 times. But the point is that you need to be sharing content. You need to be putting your messaging, your offer in front of people on multiple times, multiple occasions. And this goes from everything from your blogs, your videos, your email newsletters that you send out, any Facebook lives you do, Facebook groups you're a part of, also any type of ads that you're currently running. And that's one of the main benefits when it comes back to obviously growing your database list, growing your email list, using kind of like targeting ads to retarget people who have already heard your message once and tell them it again and tell them it again. Maybe it's tell them it in a slightly different way that might resonate with them better, but it's the same message just told in a different way with it. Maybe it's a different story attached to it. So that's one of the biggest things that I see a lot of people struggling with, trying to wrap their head around. And it's almost like a bit of a fear holding them back as well, because they think, well, I can't tell my story too much, I can't talk about myself too much, my audience will get sick, and they don't want to keep hearing from me all the time, they keep hearing me pitch in front of them. But yet there's some people out there who have a database list who will literally email that list like 5 times a day. But that's what the audience has grouped to expect. The content they produce for 5 times a day is quite good as well. There's a good mixture of different types of content in there. Could be funny, entertaining, educational, or value giving, or some type of offer. So it's a good mix of content as well. The main takeaway I want you to take away from this video is just to keep putting your offer, your message in front of people. Stop being afraid that something bad will happen if you do it. The worst thing that will happen is nothing will happen, which is exactly what's happening now. So if you do keep putting your message, your material, your content, your offer, the services you can provide, testimonials you've had from clients in front of the same person over and over and over again, either they will begin to know, like, and trust you, or they will eventually have the problem that you're looking to help them with anyways, and you will be the first person that they come to because they've had your message kind of thrown at them, let's say, quite often over a certain duration period of time. Most people, like we're saying, end up running a Facebook ad, let's say, getting a bunch of people coming to view the page, whatever it is that they're kind of offering, and then stop it there. And that's technically one viewing of your offer, one viewing of your content, your how-to guide, your cheat sheet, whatever it is. But then we've got such things as following up with email campaigns, utilizing text messaging, utilizing messenger bots, utilizing Facebook ads, retargeting, Google ads, retargeting, using YouTube ads, retargeting. The main thing with this is that the retargeting is the key thing that gets people's businesses off the ground in scaling. You can only get so far with your current warm and hot kind of prospects, meaning people who you immediately know who could be clients, or people they know type of thing. So people who are kind of understand what you do but don't fully trust you enough to kind of become a client yet. Whereas if you're targeting cold traffic, they're the ones who need the more messages, because you need to take people from a cold prospect who knows nothing about you, nothing about what you do, to a warm prospect who knows a little bit about you, kind of build a bit of a trust, maybe reads your newsletter every now and then when it comes out, follows your page on Facebook, follows you on Instagram, follows your YouTube channel, so on and so on, and then becomes a hot client where eventually they've consumed enough information, you've built a strong enough relationship with them that you're now a hot client. And this is why the follow-up email campaigns that need to go out, yes, people will set up an email campaign sequence that maybe ends after 10 emails, but that isn't enough, because they might have only opened 2, 3, 4 emails out of the 10. So you then need to continue the communication via that channel, because that's the data you have, that's a channel that you've currently got access to on an ongoing basis, which comes back to your broadcast emails at that point, broadcast text messages where you're telling them about yourself, you're providing more value with maybe some type of call to action within there for more value, whether or not that's a paid value added service, somewhere lower down on your value ladder. Or maybe it's, let's say, a booking in for a call with you to overcome a certain problem that they have, to help them with that. Whatever it is, the main thing with this is you just need to be continuously and forever putting your message in front of people. Forever. There's no, until they're a client or until they kind of unsubscribe from your list, okay? Never ever stop. At the end of the day, it takes as much time to write one email to send to one person than it does to have an email list of 1,000 people and write one email and send to 1,000, or set up one Facebook campaign to go to everyone that's ever visited your website to target those people. It's very easy to do. Once you kind of know what you're doing on Facebook. Obviously, Facebook ads is a bit more of a complex beast in itself, but the email side of it is quite easy to do. But if you guys are currently putting your offer in front of people once, whether that's a networking event or at a speaking gig, and you're never speaking to this audience again, that's where you're going wrong. That's what you need to stop doing. You need to somehow capture the details of the people who are somewhat interested in what you've got to say, somewhat interested, and start building that relationship until they get to a point, and you get to a point where you're comfortable together, they can know they can trust you, you've spoken to each other maybe a couple of times, and they become a client eventually on one of your services. Doesn't have to be a top-end program, it could be the first thing on your value ladder, whatever that amount of money is, but they become a client, and that's when the real relationship starts to build, once they've spent a little bit of money with you. So hopefully that was helpful for some of you out there. If not, I'm sorry, but hopefully it was. If you guys kind of want a bit more advice, a bit more guidance on how to do this, feel free just to get in touch. I'll pop a link in the description where you can kind of go on, and obviously I offer everyone a free call to kind of talk through the problems that you're currently experiencing and come up with some type of strategy that you can start to implement, which will ultimately help you get over that problem and start down on the right path. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I will look forward to speaking to you all sometime soon. So until then, take care and goodbye.